Breaking news. Batboy has just joined the 2024 election. He is expected to debate Broken Vacuum Cleaner. Yes, Broken Vacuum Cleaner, finally candidate who doesn't suck, is debating Batboy. More later.
Welcome to Nevermind the Furthermore. Wait a minute, this music isn't right, the scene isn't right. Hang on. That's more like it. And now it's time for the show for all creatives. Nevermind the Furthermore. Your source for conversation, inspiration, and fun. With your host, Nicholas Anthony Tockert. He's an artist, a writer, a swordsman, and a game designer. He knows how to use the sword and axe in historical battles without anybody getting hurt too much. He's also the Manatee Man, master of marketing. And he may even have a guest or two. One thing, though, to be certain. Just don't call him a cryptid. With that, it's about time for the show. So sit back, enjoy, and have some coffee and chat with us.
Good morning, Nevermorians. I'm your host with the most, Mr. Nicholas Anthony Tockert, coming at you over the airways on WNTF. Never mind the furthermore. Boom. And there goes my stylus. That's groovy. Before we kick the tires and light the fires, folks, we've got to do just a little bit of housekeeping. And we're putting a big old shout out to Joe Bachman over at IndieCD.org. IndieCD.org, the place to be hosted as a creator, as an author, artist, musician, game designer, general monstrosity walking among us, or say you're looking to actually get something done. Maybe you've written that comic script you've always wanted to see made a comic, and you can't draw a straight line, let alone a stick figure. Well, you could go right on there and find some great comic book artists to hire. Maybe you're an artist looking for authors to collaborate with. If only there was a place. Yes, the Independent Creator Directory is indeed that place. It is expanding nearly daily with new people, new ideas, new options. And what's best, it is a place free of political BS where folks can just post creative stuff, show what they're doing, and not worry about having to risk being deplatformed by someone whose uncle said something 20 years ago and it has come looming to hit you again. That's right, folks, the Independent Creator Directory. You can also support us by hitting up Joe Bach Tech Apps, where you can get the wonderful apps made by Joe Bachman. They're tied to my games, and there may be some other things. We may work on some more collaborations. Plots are happening. Now, if you go to... Wow, that link it's in here somewhere. Aha. hybridsrpg.com. You will find Hybrids the Sons of God, the role-playing game. But, by me in Luke Stone's universe. Wonderful game. I don't have my full volumes yet. They're coming. But friends, you can get that because that will drop you right off to fundmycomic.com. And with a few of the things, you'll have to check if it works. But with Luke Stone's projects and mine, You get 20% off with secret code Beta 2023. Yes, Beta 2023. Now, what about me? Maybe you don't want to deal with collaborations. Maybe you want money to come a little closer to home. Well, maybe you want to buy the simple sword, the quickest, easiest, and smoothest way to learn the sacred art of swordsmanship in plain English with stick figure diagrams. Yes, friends, stick figures. Because why worry about body types? And say, okay, well, Nick, I like swords, but sometimes you want something a little more concussive, a little more aggressive. Maybe you want to solve your problems with an axe. Friends, I've got you with that too. If you find yourself needing to ask somebody a question, maybe with extreme prejudice, or even from way over here, may I heartily suggest The Fighting Axe by Nick Tockert. And maybe you want to stab somebody way over there and way over here, but you don't feel like throwing things today, or you want to throw something really far and stab them. May I heartily suggest the simple spear. Please note, folks, all references to stabbing, smashing, and other maiming is said in jest. Martial arts are fun but dangerous. Now, speaking of fun but slightly less dangerous, the Big Stumpy Robots Core Rulebook. Yes, folks, this is your ultimate passage into the wonderful world of Praxis 5, where mega corporations vie for dominance and huge lumbering engines of destruction called battle supremacy robots rain death on each other, or blow up a Starbucks table while you're waiting for your order to come in, because gaming shouldn't be complicated, expensive, or hard to get into. I hate gatekeeping, so I don't do it. My game is cheap, it's fun, and it has depth of lore that has already expanded into 2 novels, 2 versions of the game, and much more coming once we get through some of the excitement, such as Region Con, where I will be in attendance April 21st and 22nd. So we are less than a month away at St. Sava's Orthodox Church, 9191 East Mississippi Street in Maryville, Indiana. That's a Friday and a Saturday, folks. So there may be some changes in my broadcasting. Heck, I may just do a broadcast from there, depending on the quality of the Wi-Fi available. Or we'll figure something else out. Because friends, colleagues, Romans, people I love and people I loathe, I'm here to get my goodies into all the good people's hands and more into the worst hands. Yes, folks, you'll be able to find games, artwork, perler bead designs, little hats, tchotchkes, you never know. Plus, the beautiful wood burning projects done by our own Joe Bachman, and perhaps some of the stitchery projects by our own Trelena Bachman, if she has time for stitchery and witchery in her busy time running the construction coven. But while we're waiting for all of that, yes, there is a slight PSA. I've spent my entire adult life dealing with people of multiple and elaborate religions. I deal with people of multiple and elaborate orientations. And I mean that wasn't a farce. Some of the orientation is quite elaborate. Proclivities and racial, religious, orientation, economic. You see, I believe an artist should be able to travel in all circles, and I will continue to do so, whether it annoys people or not. Now, that being said, I have to be who I am and help the people I help, maintain a certain level of neutrality and ask for peace in all things. In that, civility, I believe, is the future. Because the only way we're going to get past a large number of our differences is if instead of behaving like psychopathic toddlers and killing each other because they don't believe that Christ should wear a hat or something like that, or that Buddha had some ideas or whatever, and just talk and reasonably not yuck each other's yums, we can move forward as a people and as a species towards a better future. So, any allegations or issues people have with that are either farcical, because I don't hate anyone. I irrationally love everyone because I believe if the assorted racists, bigots, phobes, and stuff can hate irrationally, it is not only my duty but my privilege to love irrationally. So I do love folks. And if anyone comes to a conclusion other than that, it is born out of either misinformation, misinterpretation, or simple human error. Uh, I don't believe in crediting malice where malice likely isn't. I have no time for malice. I find it tedious. Uh, so that's the end of that PSA. Don't hope to be addressing this again. Now that that's been said, let's get on to accountability. Well, yours truly has been doing some artwork. A little bit of it got shown. A little bit more will be shown later. I've been doing some notes for some of the writing projects and planning a few things. However, this is the weekend mini vacation for my wife's birthday. I will not say how old she is, just not because of any shame in it, but one does not necessarily like to put that kind of information out too broadly. It would be bad form. However, it is coming up around on my beloved wife's birthday. And this brings me something that happened. And it comes under the caveat. If I had a nickel for every time it happened, I'd have 2 nickels. And that's not much, but it's still odd that it happened twice. Part of her birthday present is a set of knives. Now, granted, we did not pay list price. We bought them on eBay because there are certain things as a Tockert one does, and there's certain things as a Tockert one doesn't do. And as a Tockert, it is ingrained in our DNA that one never, never, never pays list price when one has any other option. This is a a very fundamental law in Tockertdom. I do not expect you guys to follow it because that is, we all live different lives. But I do expect that I usually do. However, not one, but two good friends of mine from the long-term friends were shocked that I gave my wife knives for her birthday, implying something about apparently there is a true crime program about women with knives. And I suppose for a mere mortal, borderline standard mundane individual with a mundane lifestyle, they may see a threat in giving one's wife a knife that might change their attitudes. First and foremost, knife rights for all. We're just going to move past that real quick. Secondly, y'all know, maybe you may not know, that when I met my wife, this delightful woman, this paragon of virtue, who, keeps the library running clickety-clack, smooth and on time, just like a train station should be. A big smile and soft voice. Well, this delightful woman, when I met her, also, twice a week, sword fought in full armor with essentially rattan baseball bats against guys who looked down at Hagrid as being puny and wishing that he would up his lifting game. Hagrid gets swole is a good way of putting it. She specialized in swinging a 7.5-foot long polearm called a glaive, or her quote-unquote little spear, because it fit in more cars, her 9-foot spear, or just a gigantic warhammer / mallet named the Maiming of the Shrew. If at any point I was not intimidated by that, nor her friends, why would I be concerned giving her very nice kitchen knives? See, I believe if you are concerned that giving a kitchen knife to your significant other, especially if it's a female, somehow is dangerous because it's empowering, or oh my god, that could kill you in your sleep. There's a lot to unpack there, and my angle's a little odd. If you're thinking that, clearly said significant other is not empowered enough or nearly deadly enough that would be the trigger. Good lord. That one of the few things that really run the gambit of women I've been attracted to is they're smart, they're capable, and many of them can kick my butt. There's something very comforting and attractive about a woman who has capabilities. Therefore, fear not to give your wives kitchen knives. Fear instead, why would you do something so stupid you'd be afraid to give your wife a kitchen knife? That's another The More You Know. Yes, friends, I am in a delightful mood, and I will hop it, pop it, and drop it right now because I do find it humorous. I also am only accountable for my own actions. I should not be accountable. And, well, you like so and so, you don't like so. That's insane. People need to really be judged on their own merit. But as for writing, friends, I'm going to ask your accountability. Of course, I'm going to ask your accountability. I'm looking forward to it. I'm watching my comments tick over like a blessed lunatic, but it's Friday and I don't care. We also, dear colleagues, what tropes do you find are the most fun to write about? Like when you're writing a scene or you're thinking of scenes and stuff as writers, or artists, because artists still tap into the same kind of concept of tropes. What things just kind of butter your biscuit when you're writing? For example, I love, oh my gosh, am I just inappropriately happy with a really good defiant last stand against impossible odds. I find such things oddly romantic, not in the mushy kissy stuff, but romantic in the era of believing in heroes and villains. And it moves me. I love scenes like that. I love the trope of there's more to someone than what you see. Oh, it's so good when they pull a reveal. Or the I've taken all I can take and I can't take no more. Oh, it's so cathartic. These moments are just, they're fun. Likewise, there are tropes I can't stand. The pretty girl flirts to get what she wants from the geeky guy who's hopelessly in love with her, and then has to choose between the two dude bros. I hate that trope. It makes me mad. Yes, I they're shock. That sounds like it's a film. Sort. Been there, done that. Wore the T-shirt. There's one exception to that whole breakdown where stuff like that happens. There's a wonderful ancient movie you all need to see. It's a John Wayne movie, and it's not a cowboy movie, and it's not a war movie. It is called Hitari. Hitari. And everyone involved is in Africa, and they capture animals for zoos. That can be a little traumatic for so some people very gentle, but there's no violence. It's too old for anything really excessive. But I do recommend watching that. It's a exquisite film of the era where it was on 2 VHS, and you'd get up and you'd go to the bathroom and make a sandwich during the intermission. But I was thinking about that. I was thinking about the tropes I love. Um, uh, I love certain character classes that come out and surprise. Uh, and I think we all get annoyed by the chosen one trope. But tell me what tropes move you. Now I'm sitting 82 comments behind, so I'm going to have to knock some of this out if I want to be done in the next hour or change. So let's get to it. If you have any questions, comments, or anything else, feel free to respond. And then I'm going to run some commercials as we go through, and we're going to have a good day. I am making today a good day. I woke up at 6 o'clock this morning, not intending to. Too early to take any of my meds, so I had a very ADD morning. Let's see how the day goes. And first through the door, bam. Whoo! I have comment dumps on top of my comment dumps on top of my getting comment dumps currently. Kick the tires and light the fires. This is awesome. Are we done? Nope. Well, yes. As soon as I go in, I get messaged. Let's see. Who dares interrupt me whilst I do my messaging? Are you important? Because if you aren't, I'm going to shout you out. I will. I know me. I've seen me do it. Oh, okay. I will. That is a semi-important message. I will take that as something worth considering. And what I'm considering is I received a message from the only news source that really matters, that being the Weekly World News. I was a subscriber. I missed their print service. And if you understand what the Weekly World News is, you understand why I came in the mood I did early this morning. And we've got at 9:38 morning, folks. Morning, Rich. Hey, Rich. So we got Dawn. Hi, Dawn. And we got Carl. How's Carl doing? Wasn't I just watching you on LMS rerun? Yes. Good morning. Could be Carl. LOL. Morning. Donna. Hey, Donna. How you doing? And she's greeting everybody and asking how far did you get into it? Hey, Donna. More than halfway. Your hair is down. Joby is sanding wood. And Rich has snow in his eye. Well, okay then. Must get coffee before next. Oh, it gets worse? No, I just came across some pics when I used to dye my hair. Oh, were you an adventurous hair wearer? I know many. My wife is settled into. That's Amanda Tockert, author of Koepp and derivative fiction. But she has purple hair, and I think it's delightful. And her books are on Amazon. Woohoo! Okay, who gave both cats some coffee this morning? Not me, said the fox. Carl Charcoal followed me to see what I had to eat and found I had nothing. I got cat back. It happens. It was like walking through the Cirque du to get downstairs. Well, you see, there is a big episode of Birds on the cat TV right now, so that might be what's going on. Ours must have sent their shenanigan cells to Charcoal and Calvin because ours are passed out cold. And what's different of any other day? I was nearly passed out. I was nearly passed out cold after Charcoal nearly tripped me down the stairs. Accidentability. Woo! Accidentability. Yes, folks. When I'm having a brain day, it is a brain day. I can elucidate the English language. Really, I can. Accountability. I need to finish the blurb on Donna's book and get it to lulu.com today to get 15% Spring Reads 15 discount. Ooh. Oh boy, spring sales at Cigars International. She huffs and puffs and has a pleasant evening. Not quite unlike Nita Lanning. Anyway, morning. Good morning, Sarah. Sarah, I've had so much fun talking about Victorian clothing and coffin beds with you versus casket beds, which really, if you're going to get into it, go all the way. Anyway, catching up with Comic Book Spectrum and have to pause while I'm catching up with people before going back to that. Whoo! LOL. Yeah, CBS was good. I caught most of it last night. And that's Comic Book Spectrum on the Brian K. Morris Risingtide Publications Network. Sarah. Oh, Dark Pope and Dark Mrs. Hey there. Speaking of, Sarah is in the chat, so y'all better drop your likes because I cannot be held accountable for the amount of psychic and literal damage she will do to you. Popping, she can jump between shadows, right? That's how she commutes to work. She just steps in one shadow and comes out the other. You get used to it after a while. Anyway, yeah, you'll be walking down, pow! The whip cracks and you get a new scar. It's just how it is. LOL, Sarah. I'm doing that with Last Man Standing. No wonder I never watch much TV. Too much YouTube to keep up with. I can barely keep. I miss a lot. I'll be honest. I miss a lot. Dark Mistress. Morning, Sarah. Exactly. That and I have movies I've yet to see, and one treat of a streaming service that I allow myself to pay for once a month. Oh, that's cool. Hey, Dawn, we need a place in the Dark Church of Rising Tide for Dawn. A title. I think I could think of a couple positions. Oh, you mean a title. LOL, love you, Carl. Well, you guys aren't even hesitating today. Just to remind you, not the green room, Carl. That's later tonight. For those of you who know, it's why some of my viewership on my Friday night sword fighting shows are a little low on the live, but most of you are good people enough to hop on there later and catch up. Now, speaking of catching up, back to the chat. Morning, folks. I shall beseech the great BKM to entitle her later. BKM. Hey, Sarah. Sounds like a wonderful plan. Joe B., the other miscreant from Last Man Standing. Hey, Joe. Nick having issues? I plead the fifth. No, I was not having the kind of issues you would think I was having. I was having laundry issues. Combined with ADD, which made me realize I was not properly dressed for broadcasting. Hey, Joby. You know what? I haven't run an ad in a while. We're nearly at a half hour. So I'm going to run an ad. I think I'm going to run Donna's because I haven't run Donna's in a bit. Where is it? Here. Bam.
Hey there, everyone. This is Donna Carlene. Want some romance mixed in with a dead body or more? Did you enjoy my Hunter's Ridge series? Set in a small town in Alabama, it's the story of Northern Rider computer tech Carly Simone and the love of her life, Captain B.J. Martin of the Hunter's Ridge PD. But life in a small town is not all roses and beer, as Carly's expertise in true-life crime-telling makes her the Hunter's Ridge murder expert. And then there's nowhere to go dancing except the Dixie with its country music. But Rocker Carly can adjust, can't she?
Oh, sorry. That music gets me kind of in that not Old Gods of Appalachia. I mean, Old Gods of Appalachia. Yeah, it's there. But oh, brother, where art thou? Little bit of jug blowing, bluegrassy jam, and I'm here for it, friends. Now let's see where else we are. Remember, the nice upstanding folks should attend the Historical Fencing Guild, and myself. Well, I know. You have a fifth around there somewhere. Ooh, green room tonight. Please don't forget to like. Yep, sir. Sarah, 7 p.m. We will see if I'll be able to make it. Like, or I'll VIP. It just occurred to me that Sarah is the gothic female version of Jacques the Vipper. And Jacques the Whipper, that gives me thoughts. You know what I'm saying? There are thoughts and feelings about this whole situation. Because now it's like what Sarah really, really may require is the a gothic ringmasters, the feminine version of a gothic ringmasters uniform for all the whip cracking she does. And I am 1000% okay with that. Y'all, I'm having an ADD day, which means my sentences are scrambling, but boy, the creativity is through the universe. Awesome, Carl. Cindy Cat, good morning. Happy Friday. Happy Friday, Cindy. How are you doing? I hope you're having a wonderful day. Oh no, it's that Tockert guy again. Oh no, it's Glenn Fleming. Glenn, my friend from the far off lands where kings still exist after a fashion. And comedy is better. I try to get in there. I've been awful at keeping up with it. Well, Sarah, somebody's just going to have to punish you for all that. Anyway, Carl? Glenn! See? Add Don and Carly. See, Glenn is smooth. He comes in, kicks the host in the knee and says, yeah, that's right. I'm good. I know it. Yep, Glenn, he's everywhere. The White-Winged Warrior? Chicken Man? Bark, 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 bark. Oh, that's an old school reference. Sarah. Yes. The hills are alive with Glenn calling for Sarah. Carl Witzman's got the big old grin on. Hi, Glenn. No pressure, Sarah. That's the nature of that room. At dawn? Oh, I know. I want to get in there. No pressure felt. So you're not under pressure. Hey, Glenn. Memory piles have been a pain in the butt, but usually I'm hoping I can remember. Forget where I even put my notes, Facepalm. I'm right there with you. I'll tell you a secret. Wall of knowledge. It works great until there's a big temperature change and a few of my post-it notes fall off the wall. Come back to me. Yes, I know. The glimpses behind the scenes, it's a lot to take in. Anyway, I went from hearing a hilarious convo about Rodman's Rabbit's bum on clever title pending. LOL. Oh my God. Cat's bum. Oh my gosh. I like Nick without the hair bandana. Well, it depends on how, uncontained my is. And right, it finally has enough length that it's trying to settle back down. Which means in a bit, I'll probably lose my mind and hack it all off again. It's a rhythm. Whoops, lack of word of cats. Dear Lord. Is this how my morning started? I'm doomed. Just doomed as doomed could be. You think there are any other cats in that statement's made better? Yeah, sure. I'm not sure. Here. In memory of Meredith Logron, #buttbeard. Even I'll drop that one. I think I get decent connection inside the building. If I can remember correctly, I should be able to use my hotstop to help you with your Friday night stream at the con. That is something we could do. See, that's what I love. All the collaborations and getting together. Hello. Good morning, and good morning, Kelly. You know what? I'm going to drop because I don't have a commercial for you real quick. I will just simply, and I think you set one up, and I've had some uploading problems. I am working on it. It is stuff that I can get done. I don't even need to borrow Joe to fix, but we could talk about the Rembrandt stratagem from the paranormal case files of Bishop Kincaid. Do you like vampires? There are many kinds of vampires. Do you like faceless or hard to define faced heroes who carry secrets they can't even remember? Beautiful women and extreme combat. Yes, you will not know what's coming or when it comes, and it will leave you breathless. The Rembrandt stratagem available today. Anyway, hi, Kelly. Bup, 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 bup. What up, bup? So, Heart. Hey, Kelly. Hi there, Kelly. Hey there, GM Kelly. Happy early birthday babe, from Sarah. She says thank you. From the one who sent the stickers. Steak knives, throwing knives. Okay, rewind. Just about all my life, my mom has had a double set of these really, really nice kitchen knives by a company called Cutco. She paid an outlandish amount of money for them in the 70s, and they needed to be sharpened finally more than she could, so she talked to the company about sending them in after all these years because they've got a lifetime warranty and stuff. And they took the knives and they sent her back a whole new a brand new set, including the ones that had been lost or damaged over the 50 years she's had them. So, and Maddie was talking about loving the Cutco knives and really loving the way the knife rack sits and stuff. So we prowled around Amazon and we prowled around eBay and we found her a partial set, not as big as my mom's, of those at a much, 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 much more acceptable price. And what's neat is we found them in the old swirly pattern that my mom had before she traded them in. They sent them back black because they don't make the swirly pattern anymore. So she has knives just like my mom had growing up now that are going up on the cabinets. And I think that's delightful. She has her own throwing knives. She owns swords and stuff. I'm not worried. Anyway, also, good morning to Rich, John, Carl, Donna, Sarah, Kelly, and Glenn. Sorry, still working out still trying to multitask this morning, and it isn't working so far. I'm having trouble monotasking, so you're fine. You never know with Nick. Thinking not kitchen knives, which would be an epic gift. Oh, she has. I have gotten her throwing knives. All right, I'll show you. This is my wife's set. I have my wife's set on. Oh, no, this is not my wife's set. This is the set that was given to me by someone else because this is the one that got shot. See, it has a scuff. Don't ask. I have odd friends. But yeah, these are Timberwolf TW22s. Probably my favorite throwing knife because I couldn't afford the Gil Hibbins. But I've got some Gil Hibbins. Sorry. That's one thing I haven't tried to do since my hand and shoes. This summer I get to see if I can still throw knives. Hi, Dawn. Guessers get mad at cheerleaders. That's right, Cindy. Not my jam. I won't yuck another's yum, and I've had to discuss the subject of because that's rude. Why couldn't they just assume it was for knife play? But no, I've also got my wife neck knives like mine and others. She has several knives that I've gotten her trying to find the knife that she will like enough to actually carry more regularly. Indie Author Expo, IABE515.wordpress.com. Cora has life. Yeah, Life Encore is such a wonderful project that Mike Jimmy has done. And you can see it on Tapas. Clayton Merwin makes heroes. Hero Baker. Ooh, oh, my apologies. Creepy stuff. Amazon.com/Rick Bradley. Good morning, Johnny. Yeah, it's always good to hear from Johnny, isn't it? Johnny brightens the world up in his own dark way. How poetic. Teresa Dunn's poetry. Hi, Johnny. Hi, Joe. Morning, Joe. We got greetings, and we got greetings. And nothing wrong with giving practical gifts. Exactly. Browncoats can be found in Kentucky. Renmillion.com. Snow year round. Bobby Nash. I was married to a very. Oh, I'm sorry. I was married to a very. This is Sarah. I was married to a very violent man with acute bipolar disorder. A real machete for his birthday. So not one to speak. Not saying your wife is violent. Just saying what I did. I'm special that way. Oh, one. I am all about the ADD relatable story thing. That is my jam. And two, my wife has machetes, but she has swords. So yeah, arm the ones you love, unless they're insane, and then distance yourself. Well, like bad insane. Angelic memoirs with nebulizers. BrianRodman.com. Support Brian Rodman. And yep, Rich is greeting Johnny in Portuguese. I'm not really together enough to not accidentally summon something attempting to speak a foreign language this morning. And the comment just vanished, so I have to find where I was. One moment. There we are. Stormgate Press Stormgate Press. And hi, Rich. We got greetings. We got Zombies by Eric S. Hawkins in Oz. It's an amazing title. Hybrids over at Luke Stone Studios. Second verse, same as the first. And morning. Morning, Sarah, and anyone I guess I missed in the chat. And I guess to that extent, Tricos too. Well, no love. I get no respect. Warriors in the Midwest. Teehee Rich. I love it. Amazon's wrestle on small publisher. Cindy, you give me the most interesting mental images sometimes. Poor Jody. Every day, you know what? We need to talk about poor Jody. Poor Jody McPhee. Every day that man gets up and goes to his desk and he has to take a broom and sweep away the huge super-powered Amazons who are wrestling on his desk again. It's just really, quite difficult. Warriors in the Midwest. There we go. I don't think anyone asked this, but maybe I missed explanation for it. Is it Laundry Day, Nick? Digging the shirt toys by shocked by see a non-Hawaiian shirt today. It is indeed Laundry Day, and I was dressed for my program, and then I had my breakfast, and I did not realize I spilled. And with a minute to go, literally, I realized, I will require a shirt. So I brought out something from the I Have to Look Semi-Presentable collection. But yes, I do feel strange broadcasting in a non-Hawaiian shirt, but at least it's comfortable. It's stretchy. Morning, Johnny. Morning, Dawn. Wonder, Joe. But yeah, feel free to ask questions. Made sure to put my volume at half at the beginning. See, you've learned. The Chosen One is fine. Okay, we're talking about tropes. Just look at Luke Kane. He was Chosen One because Raven chose him. He had all the pressure of the Chosen One without any of the guarantee. See, that's the best way. Your Chosen One shouldn't necessarily have plot armor. One second. I realized I knocked my stylus off earlier and I didn't want to accidentally roll over it. But when the Chosen One is smug about it, I kind of want to punch him in the face. It's that kind of character thing. But yeah, you make a good point, Johnny. Oh, God. I'm just going to take a moment for a glance and say, bless you, Cindy Koepp. Trope that needs to go away. The Hallmark movie plot. Y'all strap yourselves in. You've heard this before. High-powered business type has to reluctantly go to the middle of nowhere somewhere, runs into an old flame, or gets pushed into an annoying stranger situation. They fall back in love. High-powered business person leaves the job to live in middle-class nowhere. You know what? I want to take that farther. And you know what? I'm going to take a moment to hate on one of the most toxic things out there. Rom-coms. And the reason I'm going to say it is, do you know what the worst sin someone can commit in a rom-com? Being a little boring. Like, they'll have a happy relationship, usually it's a girl, not always, and the guy is he works, and then he comes home and they have a good life, but it's not all sparkles and rainbows and insanity. Or the guy falls for the manic pixie dream girl who probably has a mental illness or something, but it only affects her in ways that make her perfect and dreamy, and she's so different from all the so different girls out there. And they leave stable, balanced, happy relationships to chase something better, and they go off in the sunset. You know why the story doesn't go? Because unstable people don't usually hold things together terribly well. They need help, but it's never that easy. You don't want, and can we just, while we're talking tropes, how about we get rid of the if they're married they have to be miserable, and or especially like hetero dudes who hate their wives. Why are there so many hetero dudes who hate their wives? I mean, even if it were 50%, it doesn't seem like it's represented properly. Nerd culture. Hi, Donna. Tales from the Decoverse. That's John B. Pike again. Any trope is good if framed right. The thing is, too many people grab a handful and throw them together, not even try to find a way to blend them. That's the point. Voice acting. Not crazy hair colors, but if I'm warning Carl, we can guess the color. Are you or someone you know been affected by redheaditis? Yes, redheaditis, the inflammation of the assorted regions of the brain that cause arousal when exposed to redheads, be they natural or out of the bottle. Redheaditis can manifest as an inability to think, an inability to speak, an inability to walk in a straight line, fumble your lines while attempting a bit while broadcasting. If this is true for you or others, there may be hope. Yes, restitution can be. Dial this number, and I'm not giving you a number. Denver Martinez has his own art. Yes, he does. DeviantArt.com, Radar02. Fun Anthologies, YaleDragonBooks.com. Oh, God. That yawn. I will not be yawny sleepy. I know the weather's shifting around. It makes me yawn, but I am not fighting that. No, I refuse. Been up since 6 a.m. Good Lord. QuadCon Comic and Toy Show. Cool stuff for all your geekiness you need. Quad City Con. Des Moines Comic and Toy Show. QuadCon Merrill Hay Mall. April 21st and 22nd. See you there. I'm seeing periodic cat carriers that you can wear as a backpack. I really hope they become popular so that I can carry catnip on me and enjoy watching the show. They're very popular in New York and other cities where the only way you can travel with a pet is if they're contained in a bag. Oh. Though I have to admit, I have a dislike for Nerd to High with a shopping and makeover montage. You mean when you take off her glasses and let down her ponytail, suddenly she's hot? Buddy, if you can't see the hotness through a ponytail and glasses, you need your eyes checked, because that doesn't change the chassis. I will admit, makeup does do sorcery. And the more I understand about it, the more I'm genuinely impressed as an artist and as somebody who studied different metaphysical arts. What can be accomplished with makeup and knowing how to contour? Dear Lord. But I love special effects. Sue me. Actually, please don't sue me. I have no money. It would be a waste of your time, your lawyer's time, and my little non-existent money. Yay. Okay. Sorry about that. Mine. I'm just yawning today. There must be just about to go nuts again. ICBC Minicon tomorrow. Visit and get a dragon or a book or both. Both is good. Maybe blankets. Des Moines Con, June 3rd and 4th. I will be there. Will you? This is me hesitating this morning. If that tells you anything, huh? Oh, it tells me it's going to be a great day. Hey, Eric. I'm joined by Eric S. Hawkins of The Somberful World of Oz. Amazing creator, amazing guy, just in general cool. Demicon. May weekend. First May weekend. Be there too. Jeez, you're busy. I can only imagine getting a title from BKM. Come on, it's right there. The dawn of the rising tide. Come on, it's right there. Reach for it. Anyway, hey, Eric. Good morning, Eric. Hey, or hi, as the case may be. What else we got going on? Pop, 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 pop. Some trolls are heroes. Is that bluegrass in the background? Zydeco. Yes, I love all that. I love music that has jug blowing. Anything I can tap to. There is a point where music was great, friends. And it's that point right around near the core where blues and rock and old Western and old country and folk and, other things like Zydeco and bluegrass, they all kind of have this point just around their root where it rolls. Caring for caregivers. A Zydeco is a usually Cajun style of folk music. It's great fun. It really is. Morning, Eric. LOL. Oh, God. Now I'm trying to remember who did the song. Rocket Ship. Michael Encore did a great song about Zydeco. In Zydeco style. I'll have to try and make a green room someday. You really should. It is an experience. Well, it depends. It can be. Or it can be a kind of, it matches whatever the cast are putting out. Some custom art from Royal Cruise. Never heard of it, but reminds me of going to Log Cabin near Charleston where Presley. I get it. Sweet. Cool. Eric? Ooh. I have Jacques the Whipper in my head. Who doesn't? I give off vibes of Jack the Ripper. Wow. That too. You're a special kind of psycho, Sarah, and I love you for it. Like I said earlier, I do like dangerous women. Deadly women. Dangerous women are the ones who will put your bunny in a pot and try to stab you with a ballpoint pen. Deadly women are those calm but capable of doing it and more likely to do it to somebody else. Let's see. Check out Royal Cruise's other art on ArtStation/Royal Cruise, and he has a subscribe star too. I'm sure he'll show up somewhere. CromCon this weekend, and there's that. Jacques the Ripper, not Jack the Ripper. Ah, I see what you're saying. It's more like a female type. Now, Sarah, I'm trying to think in a straight line ish, and you're making it very difficult for me. And I want to thank you for that because now I'm really kind of tempted to get to do like a drow female ringmaster, and that is really, really hot and in my bailiwick. Bear has fun sci-fi. Come get Animal Arch. Dungeons and Dragons, for those of you who don't know what drow are. Underground dark elves where women have ultimate superiority. And no, I'm not a feminist. I root for Drizzt. The Dark Elf trilogy is one of the best of things in sci-fi. Oh yeah, I forgot to look at the notes too. Sometimes I have to switch. I have to switch them up sometimes to freshen up instead of being part of the wall. That's a good point. I also occasionally have to move notes because I forget that they're out of date. And Sarah, I just sent a clip of Jacques. If she doesn't know who Jacques the Whipper is, life is very good for Sarah. If you're into slender, attractive men who are incredibly witty, and crack whips for fun in time with music, oh, I'll check it out. Thanks for letting me know. De nada. So cool. Caught my attention right away. Apparently, upcoming material either from Watsy or Salvatore or both. There are other drow societies other than Menso Brandis, and I'm interested in seeing how it goes. There have been for a long time. They're just trying to find a retcon that will make them less problematic. You see, Watsy is in this issue, and it's largely turned in part by D&D had evil races. Now, race was used to define any sentient species, but things like demons, drow, were inherently evil. Goblins is. And as culture has moved from such hard lines of there are good guys and bad guys, they are they're trying to make it where it's more of a choice and a cultural choice than a genetic predisposition, which makes the pre-existing and much beloved lore of things like the Dark Elf trilogy and Drizzt, and especially probably the most famous character in I'd say close to modern D&D, problematic. Balancing out how they're going to approach that. Just like the Dark Elves being depicted as black-skinned elves has in the past, and likely, been falsely acquitted, or in some cases used to acquit for racial lines. I say just make them purple and run with it. But it is what it is. So that whole balance is a thing. Watsy's going to be doing a lot of things lately to change stuff. So it will be interesting to see. I tried to go back to the show, clicking on Comic Book Spectrum by accident. Both were playing at the same time. Just wrap me in bubble wrap and don't let me go anywhere. LOL. Let's go. Oh, I love a good prop joke. He does all different songs, but I thought you could relate to Du Hast. Did you know that there are still books being published in graphic novels and comics of Drizzt? Hail author, become a writer. Yes, I am intimately aware of it. I owned a couple. I need to rebuy them as part of the Lost and Moved box. Du Hast is the first song that got me into the band. A lot of people feel that way. You haven't tried to shoot throwing knives since the hand incident. I did nothing to this. That was the previous owner of that set of knives' shenanigans. I am not held accountable for it. Way back in the 90s, I believe, BRB. Team Drizzt, that sparkling vampire, that got that craze down. Well, see, the nice thing is Twilight which was born of Harry Potter fanfic, has nothing to do with D&D. Also, if you want to fix the whole Twilight mythology, all you have to do is change it to from vampire to Seelie Fae, and a whole lot of it makes a lot more sense if you know your mythology. However, the Fae propaganda department can't have you knowing these things. I propose to Misty with licensed recreations of Twinkle and Icing Death. Oh, I know. I've seen them. They're delightful. I still want to put silver glitter in little jars labeled Edward Cullen's ashes and give them out as gifts. Shenanigans! Yes. Yes, as well you should. You know I love you, little brother. And you can too. For $35.95. I need to run an ad. It's an hour break. I'll run an ad, hydrate, get up and stretch. Let's find an ad that will move some folks. Let's get some move it. I need a motivational ad. I'll run the RPG ad because that's loud.
Lockdown Games and Luke Stone Studios presents Hybrids, the role-playing game. This core rules to the new Base Plus 2 game engine allows you to design your own character and create your own homebrewed adventure, complete with charts, maps, and every resource needed to dive right into the Hybrids universe on your own, or continue where the quick play left off with a brand new module. Get caught up on the series with the Killing Field trade paperback, enhanced with creator commentary and behind-the-scenes information. This special edition gives you even more value in entertainment. All this and more on Indiegogo.
And it is no longer on Indiegogo. It is on Fund My Comic exclusively. New ad is in the works and such, but we will see. And you should just be able to keep getting it from Luke. Once everything is set up, good things are coming. Good things. And no, vampires are cursed and burned into nothingness. I'm still irked that the newer generations were taught by sparkling ones. I'll quiet myself now. I take over chat regularly. Ugh. First off, no, you are adding to the chat. We are enjoying the chat. You are fine. Secondly, you are fine. Thirdly, I will correct you when you speak something that is not the truth. Let the vampires burn. It's steak and bake, and I helped, okay? It'll be a cold day before I write about sparkling vampires. No, you write about the most amazing vampires, and people won't believe. No spoilers, but read the Paranormal Case Files of Bishop Kincaid, the Rat Brat Stratagem. Kelly has managed to write one of my new favorite vampires of all time, and I've only seen her for a little tiny bit because I've been having bad brain days, so I've had to step back from reading print. It happens once in a while. Sarah S., you are so correct. Manic Dream Pixie Girl is cute in her 20s, but she's in the sanitarium by 35. It could happen. I kind of think of some of the few that I've known. Back, did I miss anything good? Yep. Nick had a whole monologue about your red hair. You'll have to watch, probably. I usually have monologues. And it's Friday, so I'm going a little late, but I don't think Nita and Daphne will be mad at me. About to hop on Friday meeting. Wish me luck. Let's see. Crucifix, silvered weapons, holy water. Yeah, I might be able to make it out the other side. Oh, you need to read Bubba the Monster Hunter. Get yourself some nice reinforced gloves with the silver knuckle plates. You could hot swap with cold iron when you've got Faye problems. I'm telling you, life changers. Oh, HE double hockey stick. See, you know how I roll. Good luck, Rich. See you later, Rich. I'm surprised the cats aren't asking for lunch yet. They will. Thanks, Kelly. Stepped away from my laptop for a few minutes. Oh my gosh, you're a special kind of psycho. I'm laughing so hard. I have tears. Raffle. Holy crap, that's hysterical. But you're one of my favorites. Only good drow is a dead drow. Wow. Wow. I almost went, who hurt you? But I know who hurt you. A Drider. Ironically, I love to draw Driders as really neat little like seamstresses and crocheters. I have this thing about drawing Driders who crochet. And knit. Because a little bit of world building. I have been running a campaign setting for 30 years now. Once I finish Dusk Falls over Ravencleft Gorge, which is set in a little tiny corner of that campaign, I will be doing a big book about that does feature dark elves and a lot of things. And there are Driders, and the Driders are they've become a really neat community. Like Driders, Drider adjacent, e.g., so I don't get sued, but who are known as the world's greatest clothiers. They make the finest cloth. It's a whole thing. The Underdark has become much more capitalistic since the death of Loth. It's even more heinous to a drow than death. Yes, it is. Not everyone should get away with calling me psycho, but it's all out of love here, so no offense taken. Oh no, I would never mean to offend. That truly was like, I use terms of endearment that are carefully tailored to the individual, and in hopes that you would appreciate the humor. Because you have a sense of humor, I can say fun things like that. And thank you for having a sense of humor and a level of understanding. It is appreciated. Of late, it's been rare. Ooh, bubble wrap! I'd get fired from a plant that made it because I'd be pumping it all. Yep. I love Harry Potter. I loathe Twilight. And that new generations were seeing that as vampires are through centuries. Indeed. It is troubling on so many levels, because I don't think vampires should ever be sanitized. They're still a possessed dead body that must feed on the living to survive. They are nightmares and a bane, and they must be dealt with, and yet they can have some meaningful, beautiful, tragic stories as well, because we all have been there. When it's done right, it's very good. As I look up see Vampire Hunter D staring at me from, where the frame of Vampire Hunter D movie cell frame is up, looking at me, reminding me that life is very, very good. Afternoon, Bonzer. We must feed the felines before revolution starts. Everyone have a good day. Hey, Retro. Enormous hugs, Carl. The movie Twilight made me want to check my kidney. Love those fur babies. Yeah. I feel you. I wanted to know what the hype was, so I got the books. Oh, I can't. Oh, they're so bad. Awful films. They were, at least I write my vampires scary, and they're not beautiful. Yep. Although I really do like your Mord girl. I gave it a shot enough that I read the first 2 books because I don't like when people bash things. Exactly, and that's how you respect. And it's okay. I don't like it. I will admit it freely. But I know some people really enjoy it, and it doesn't hurt me for them to enjoy it. It does a little. But I don't want to yuck their yum, because there are a lot of things I enjoy that freak people out. So as long as it's not being forced upon me, I have no problem. Oh, yeah, I didn't know you were a Drift fan. I don't know if you can see it. Hold on. Okay, let it clear. Right by Wash, in back of Wash and the Lo-Fi Girl, is my Drizzt and Gwenoir Pops still in the box that I got. Pops aren't as popular anymore, but that was a gift, and I really do like it. Yeah, that's my Wall of Cool. I'm hoping by next month I'll have some new additions to my Wall of Cool. It's not just enough that something has to be cool. There has to be a story behind it. And I need to really clean up and kind of renovate my Wall of Cool because it's a little disorganized even for me. And I caught it before I knocked it off. Well, I mean, I knocked it off, but didn't hit the ground. Hi, Bonser. Hi, Carl. Could make a third who didn't want to donate anywhere to anyone to get it. I don't blame you. Okay. How about you put these vampire hunting weapons down for a second? Johnny, never fear. You know, it's a matter of judicious marksmanship. I know what you're about, friend. There's an exception to every rule, and you happen to be the exception to the vampire clause. Hey there, Bonser. Eyes donate crud to the garbage can. Awesome. Time to hop, folks. See most of you later this evening. Be well. Bye, Joe. Stop vampire racism. Stop eating us. I was cringe at throwing books out or donating. It's a difficult decision, even though I couldn't bear to keep them. So yet they went into the files of the dump after being collected. Are you freaking kidding me? It's on my wish list on Amazon, but it's like $65. Yeah. That was a birthday present, I think, from my wife. She got me that for my birthday. Oh, quite some time ago. Might have been my 40th. Judging by the quote. Drizzt. Oh, I figured. Well, stop being food. I'm going to say point and leave it alone because anything else I would say might be incriminating. Wasn't vampire hunting weapons, it was management fighting weapons. Second verse, same as the hearse. Now, put me on a plane and I'll put them in a hearse. That's a joke. A joke. Bye, Joe. Wow. Kudos to your wife. I've been drooling over that for a long time. Yeah, she got me that. It blew my mind. We got them actually on pretty, I mean, it was like staggeringly expensive, but that was her getting green room comment loading. Hold on. I got you. For Dawn's own sanity, we're going to throw the sign. Not the green room. Save it for 7. Anyway, as to the green room, I may or may not be in there because I may or may not be able to get in there. One of those. But I love your wife even more now. I will tell her that, and that will make her day because she thinks you're awesome. Okay, we have. I'm going to run an ad. I'm not going to say that because I'm going to run an ad. And did that. I'm in a mood, and Bonsert's here, so I'm going to run this one.
Greetings, fellow traveler, and welcome to the Association of Ishtar, a multiverse of cosmic mystery and steampunk adventure. The Association of Ishtar is a clandestine organization of volunteers investigating anomalies called rifts, portals to other worlds where anything is possible. Most of these planes are but savage variations of Earth, but some are home to advanced civilizations or the occasional alien beings beyond human comprehension. Every day, these brave men and women are risking their lives by crossing the fringes of reality. Should they succumb, they will die in obscurity. But it's not the Associate's vocation to perish but to seek out and gather information on the copious threats lurking beyond the rifts to ensure humanity can overcome. After all, those who pry prevail.
Okay, gotta do that. And Sarah, to those of you who don't know, she loves my wife even more now. I am totally okay with this. Whoops. My computer's trying to go mad. There we go. Don Slynn. Love his accent. Bonser has an amazing accent. And he's just an amazing creator and a wonderful screen presence. Oh, I love tuning into the show. I bet. Now, friends, colleagues, Romans, Nevermorians. We've had a fun Friday, and I want you to do that. I want you to seek out fun today. It doesn't have to be far. It doesn't have to be long. Just do something a little fun. Just because you're an adult doesn't mean you need to be mature all the time. Let yourself vent a bit. Have some fun. Sometime this weekend and Monday, come on back on and tell me about what you did that was fun. Now, I'm not. Whoops. Love you. Oh, my heart. I love being when Sarah's in the chat because my heart grows a little and it gets nice and dark and life is good. Have a good day all. Anyway, have fun and my art program will probably be moved to Sunday. Because I will be having. Oh wait, yes, I will be having a guest. Saturday, my nephew is coming up, and possibly my brother. Well, my brother's nephew's coming down. Brother would be coming up to get some unexchanged Christmas presents exchanged and get some Magic cards played because that's part of what Mandy wanted to do for her birthday. She loves playing Magic cards. And we've been building commander decks. So we're going to have some fun this weekend. And then probably Sunday, I will set up the videos for next week, which means I'll be doing the art then. Sorry that the art program, Art Time with Nick, is so scattered. It's one of those, I have to keep my weekends completely free to move the blocks around to do what I need to do. But it means sometimes I get to talk to people I don't normally get to talk to as much because of the scheduling. Speaking of sanitized vampires, yes. But other than that, friends, I will check your DMs and don't show it. I just want your reaction. Okay. Let me see. I have to go here because I don't. Yeah, it's not there. It's in my Twitter. And yes, if you want to reach me, you can. Load up. Oh, I have to turn the full internet on. So it'll take it a second to load up. Maybe. My net is being dubious. But I have sanitized hands. Does it count? I have two of my favorite. Oh, that. Oh. See, Johnny. I'm not supposed to show this, so I can't, as it is just a bit spicy for this program. But I really may need to send it to Sarah, because it's not that spicy. It's not inappropriate. But dang it, Johnny. I want you guys to remember the circles I travel in when I say this statement before I end this program, because it's important. Johnny Cage is one of the best artists for drawing, especially drawing females, that I've ever seen. If he gives permission, Sarah, I will definitely be sending that to you. His work is phenomenal. That's where the 30 layers went. Yes. If you're on Twitter, follow Johnny at JP7Art. You should be able to find him from the list of people who follow me at Tockert. Guys, sorry, that derailed me. That's incredible. Emotive, beautiful, somewhat troubling. Exactly the kind of art I expect from Johnny. See, yeah, oh, absolutely. See, we respect artists and consent in these parts. And yes, let's promote Johnny. Twitter.com/JP7Art. We need to find something you do that makes you money that I can push for you, Johnny, because you're just too good not to be getting paid for what you do. And with that, guys, go out, have fun, maybe make some money for yourself. Report Monday. Your homework this weekend is to have a good time in a way that expands you a little bit. It swells your spirit, it builds up your soul, it makes life a little better. Because life is far too important to be taken seriously. I will see you all Monday. And we will talk of many things, of cabbages and kings. But until then, guys, keep creating, keep drawing. Because when you're writing, when you're drawing, when you're creating, you can edit it, you can improve it, you can fix it, but you can't edit a blank page. I'll see you all at least by Monday for another episode of Nevermind the Furthermore. And tonight at the Historical Fencing Guild channel for the Historical Fencing Guild live stream. See y'all soon.